Hey guys, I just came home from watching The Nun 2 with Alex from Geeks and Flicks, and you can see his on his channel what he thought of the movie. I'm here in Horror and Coffee to let you know what I thought. It was a good movie. It was a good, solid story. Was it better than the first Nun? A little bit, I thought. I thought the story was stronger here. It's definitely a good follow up to the first Nun film in the Conjuring universe. I enjoyed the character development that you saw in the first film, kind of like ease or kind of like develop into the second one. We see our hero, the sister Irene, who was in the first film. She's moving on with her life, doing things at a convent, only to be assigned to from the Vatican a case that involves Valak, the evil nun demon who obviously came back. If you saw the end of the first Nun, you kind of know who she kind of latched on to. There's a guy named Maurice at the end of the first film. And you see him here trying to make move on with his life to try to do something with himself. Unfortunately, the nun is looking for something, another relic, something that, and again, it kind of follows the same formula as the first film because you kind of get this Indiana Jones kind of feel of them having to find something that has to do with a saint or a mystic or something to that effect in order to stop the demon Valak, the nun. Again, I really liked the story. Was it scary? No, it wouldn't. It didn't scare me. There were moments that I creeped out a bit on, but it wasn't a scary kind of creep. It was more like a, oh God. However, there was one moment when I was like, oh my God, that was something, like, and then I'm not gonna let you know what that is. It just involves a stained glass window image of something. Let me just put it to you like that, and then when you see that, you eventually get my meaning, so to speak. I liked how Sister Irene, didn't really want to get involved again in this case, but with the help of another nun, a novice, who is trying to, who wants to befriend her, who was having doubts about her faith, about whether or not miracles do exist or not, and that's a common theme in this film about miracles. Do you believe in miracles? Do they happen? And you kind of see this follow through towards the end of the movie, even at the third act. All roads lead to this orphanage or boarding school where these young girls, these little kids are trying to make a life of themselves or whatever. And that's where Maurice is. He's working there. And unfortunately, Valak, the demon, the nun, is looking for something in that immediate area. It takes place in 1956. It's in France. And there's a lot of old school, old world European feel that you get in this movie about that. The same way you kind of did from the first movie, The Nun, because in that movie it takes place in Romania. It started there, and then now it's in France. So go figure. This whole idea of how these demons keep trying to keep coming back to try to mess up, people's lives so that they can gain more power and utilize their fear against them, which is the ultimate weapon a demon uses in these films. Theologically speaking, as a Catholic, I can tell you that's also a thing. Fear is not a good thing to walk around and carry with, and the demonic has a intense reputation of really trying to impose that on people. In order to trap them, in order to kind of captivate them, and keep them unfocused from the true goal, which is to have faith and overcome. You see that happen. You see Sister Irene struggle with it. You see her little nun novice lady, I can't think of her name right now, deal with it. And you see other characters deal with it as well. Maurice, I felt really bad for him because he continued to be a victim of this, an encasement for possession, so to speak. Like I said before, you see his fate at the end of the first Nun film, and its connection to the original Conjuring movie. So there's all these connections to be made, and there is a quick post credit scene here as well that I wouldn't get up too quick from the scene once the credits start rolling. Just hang in there for a minute so you can make the connect again. I enjoyed it. It was a good story. I'm gonna give it 3 coffee cups for its ingenuity and creativeness in regards to storyline. Not for scares, not for it didn't scare me, it didn't terrify me, it didn't disturb me, but it had a good story and I enjoyed the story. I wasn't bored. I liked it from beginning to end. I was really in tune to what was going on, and I was like, oh my goodness, what's gonna happen now? What's gonna happen to this person and that person? You kind of knew, because the one thing these Conjuring movies tend to have is the same kind of feel and the same kind of always kind of good ending at the end when somebody is set free or somebody is saved from the evil, so to speak. So we'll see. Will there be a Conjuring 3? I doubt it. If they do, I would find that odd at this rate in the game, but you never know with these movies these days. All right, so that's my quick review of The Nun Part 2. I would definitely recommend it. Go check it out in the theaters. If you saw it already, talk to me, comment below, and share with me what you thought of this film. If you like this review, please consider subscribing. Tap on the bell for future notifications for future horror and coffee content. And I hope to see you guys next time in the next Horror and Coffee. We're coming up to October now. You know what that means. A lot of horror stuff going on. So stay tuned for that. Till next time, this is Ralph Perez, Horror and Coffee. Take care.